So, I just logged into my bank accounts, and I knew I was starting to get lower on my reserves. But I just realized I'm basically done for the season. I saved up money before this trip, but I grossly underestimated how much I would end up spending. And I also, I don't regret my decisions, but I also didn't spend the cheapest. I mean, like, I preferred hotel rooms over to sharing them, or trying to find trail angels, or hostels even. There's not even really hostels on trail, compared to the AT. But long story short, I'm still paying rent back home. I'm still paying all my bills back home. And if I continue on past, I'm running out of money. And because of partially my poor planning, I have to quit. But I also am okay with quitting because Washington right now has fires, but also so does Canada. And right now Washington has, at least along the trail parts, insanely high levels of smoke, and it's not safe for us to actually be hiking in it in general. There's actually a lot of people starting to flip down the Sierras earlier than they planned because of the smoke and the wildfires. Some people are getting off trail and whatnot. And if this is raw, it's because I just looked at my accounts and realized that I'm done. I'm done. I can make it to the Oregon-Washington border, and that's still my goal, but after that, I'm done for the season. I have to go home. I also, if I have a little bit of extra money left, I'm going to visit my grandma in Canada. She's 85 now, I think, and it might be one of the last times I see her in person, but it was good. A good journey, for sure. And I'll come back and finish it some other year. And I'm sad I won't be able to hike any of Washington, basically. But at the end of the day, I don't have a partner at home. I don't want a partner at home, but, like, I'm the only one taking care of me. And so in order to take care of me and make sure that I'm okay after the trail, I need to stop my through hike for this year once I get to the Washington-Oregon border. And, you know, the wildfires help make that decision possible too, because Washington is supposed to be one of the most beautiful states on the whole trail. But if everything's covered in, you know, like, I don't want to experience that with everything covered in smoke. Yeah, some of it's clearing up. Old Faithful, my friend back home, is in Washington right now, and where he was at when he was posting some of his pictures, it has cleared up, but, you know, it might not be clear when I get up there in 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, in a week or so. So, also, I don't have health insurance after August 30th, so that's a little tricky. But yeah, my through hike is done. Not at this moment. I'm in Bend, Oregon. But yeah, I kind of screwed up my finances a bit, and that was the deciding factor. I was already, like, considering skipping part of Washington because I was running out of time. But now, after looking at my finances, that's it. I'm done. I know I've said that a lot. I don't know how much of this I'm going to post. I might watch this and just post a different, more concise and less raw version. But that's the reality. Some of us, we do our best to plan. Things happen, and then we have to end our Thru hike sooner than we anticipated, or we run out of money, or we lose too much weight, or we get injured, or natural disasters take us out because there's too much smoke, or there's flooding, or whatever. But I can't afford to flip anywhere, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be fine when I get home. It's just, so it's gotten to the level where it's like, that money is for rent and bills back home. I can't, it's not hiking money. I'm out of hiking money, basically. And I was talking about my 0% credit card, and I do have a little bit left on that, but the thing is, I don't want to be racking up like $8,000, $10,000 worth of debt. Like, no. The money that I allotted for this hike is almost up, and so I'm gonna hike to the Washington-Oregon border, and I'm gonna be a responsible adult and go home after that. So otherwise I'm doing fine. I'm in Bend, Oregon. I'm gonna be here until Thursday, August 24th. I had originally, see, this is why I'm spending much more money than I anticipated. This stop was only supposed to be maybe a 0, only overnight, possibly. When I originally planned it, it's supposed to be like get out quick and get north. But more as I hiked north, more and more my zippers on my tent failed. And so now I have it at the gear fix shop, which I'm super grateful for. And they're fixing my zipper pulls on my tent. And that takes time. And so I dropped it off yesterday. They said they probably have it done by the end of today. But just in case they didn't, I booked one more night at this hotel. In case they ran into problems or whatever. And so one day has turned into spending 4 nights in a hotel. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So $100 or $200 town stop for hotels has turned into $400. So, you know, and like I've had to replace 2 sleeping pads on trail already, and that was $400, almost $400. So it's like little things that like that keep on popping up where it's, you know, spending more time in town, or I have to spend a little bit more money, or, but then there's also me that is also the problem, because when I get into town, I want a lot of food, a lot of soda, I want my creature comforts, and like I said, I'm more willing to, I want a hotel over staying at somebody's house right now, because I like having my own space. So, but I don't regret anything. But the thing is too, is like, in a way, I'm kind of glad that I realized like I'm running out of money and that this is happening, because like I said before, when I hike through Washington or even northern Oregon, I want to see the beauty of nature. And this past little section that we went through, from like up Lake Saltrico, Elk Lake Resort and stuff, we were in the Three Sisters Wilderness, and the first like day or two, it was all covered in smoke. I could barely see the mountain next to me. And then it cleared up a little bit on our day going into town, and it was so beautiful. The mountains were so beautiful, and seeing that there's snow patches still on them, and just like the jaggedness and the colors of all the volcanic rock, and it was really pretty. And I wouldn't have known the day before or the day before that, because everything was covered in smoke. Everything was in a haze. And is that the type of hiking experience I want? To just see haze over all the beautiful parts? No. I came out here to be in nature, and I am, but I came out here to see its beauty too. And I'm not saying that the smoke and the haze doesn't have its own beauty. It does. But like, if like Thielsen Mountain, if I saw Thielsen Mountain, like that little with the waterfall, like all in the smoke, like that would have been so disappointing. So, but one thing that whenever we would talk about the trail, that I would just be like, oh, I'm so excited for this. And that was seeing Tunnel Falls. So I really, really, really want to keep hiking north until I get to Ramona Falls and Tunnel Falls and do that section right before Cascade Locks. So that's the plan now. That's the new plan. I'm going to hike those, I think it's 160 miles now, starting sometime on Thursday or Friday. And then once I get up to the border, hopefully I'm able to get up to the border, I'm done for the season. And then I get to come back and do it a different year. I'll get to do the Sierras in Washington. And that'll be really cool. And I mean, it won't be until like probably 2 or 3 years from now, but that'd be really cool. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. And then this is the reality of throw hiking sometimes. Sometimes you run out of money. Sometimes you run out of time. Sometimes you have to go back home for whatever reason. Other reasons, sometimes it's natural disasters. Right now, it's mostly money, but it's a combination of natural disasters and money that is making my decision. So, I'm gonna get off of this and deal with my emotions a little bit, because I am, even though like I struggled with quitting on this trail and stuff, and I still do, you know, I am sad that my adventure is coming to an end a little bit sooner than I anticipated. Because I do love being outside, and I do love long distance hiking, even though I might not necessarily like this trail all the time. I mean, I love being out here, and but I do miss home too, a lot more than I thought it would. So I am kind of excited to go back home too, but I'm also a little uncertain what's going to happen, because I'm technically on a leave of absence until October. So I don't know. First off, just get to the border of Washington and Oregon and figure it out from there. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye.